and welcome to my channel. Well, I've got these down here just as like a background. I might go over part of it, but the main thing is to talk about what occurred is that I did the redraw for the May giveaway because Matthew hadn't contacted me, and then Tobias won the redraw, and then I saw Matthew left a comment saying he was in the hospital. He had pneumonia, and so I feel bad about that because Tobias won. You know, he won the redraw, and Matthew had originally won it, but he didn't contact me in time, and I have to set up a a time parameter, or else we would wait forever. I mean, some people don't contact you. It's never happened to me before, but I mean, it happened this time. So, in order to fix this situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Matthew a knife, probably some channel stickers and stuff like that. But I mean, I didn't have another knife set aside, for that. But I've got other knives that, haven't been used or barely used or anything like that. So I've definitely got some knives that I could send him, or a knife I could send him. And I think that's the way I'm going to handle it, because I don't want to take away the winnings from Tobias, because it was a legitimate redraw. I checked my email right before doing the redraw too, just to make sure that Matthew hadn't contacted me, and he hadn't. So I mean, that was a legitimate redraw. But I kind of feel bad about, he couldn't control catching pneumonia and being in a hospital and stuff like that. I mean, one of the last things you're going to think about is a knife drawing. Like, oh no, I can't be in a hospital because I've got a knife drawing that I've got to watch. And he didn't even know if he was going to win. So that's what I'm going to do on that. And that's the best I could do on it. But anyways, let's go through this little flashlight here. Now, I've already reviewed this tiny V3, and it's a pretty cool flashlight. But they came out with a V10, which has the UV light through here coming out this way, which is good. And they added more lights and bells and whistles and stuff. And just to confuse you, they switched the switches. Like this one is to turn the light on, and now this one. So I mean, if you got used to one type, and Boruit made this V3 also. I mean, I've seen ones where it's labeled like this. So what you get with this one is, it's supposed to have an 80 dB alarm, which sounds a lot, sounds like a lot. If you hold and squeeze this thing, it sounds like a phone or cricket, a pissed off cricket. It's got this little, bunch of holes in here to let the sound out. Well, holes will also let water in, but according to their thing, it's got some waterproof cotton in there. I didn't see that, To me, it looks like a metallic screen. But anyway, supposedly it's got the same IPX, or, the waterproofness rating as the other one. It's bigger. Like, this is a Zippo lighter in comparison. It's bigger, it's thicker. It offers supposedly 1,000 lumens on high, which you squeeze and hold. It's pretty bright. The heads are about the same distance apart. There are TIR lenses and stuff in there. Now, to get this one, you do 3 on the lightning flash. 1, 2, 3. That turns on the UV thing, and it allows it to shine better. So if you look at this one, this has got like a little pebble thing, to diffuse the light. This one here, Let me turn this guy off. It's kind of confusing. You double tap to turn it on, but then you hold it to turn it off. I mean, it's just a different user interface. But this one's got a little lens right here. And you double tap it to get your light. So that's the police light without the, you know, stuff. This is a white light, you know, a cool white. This is a warm white one. Now, all these other lights last about 17 hours on that. This one lasts 16 for some reason, the warm white. It's less efficient, I guess. And then this is a green. That's pretty good. So you got green, red, blue, red flashing, red and blue flashing, and then you got like white, warm white, and then green. And these are pretty bright. The shell is translucent and also the same kind of like glow in the dark stuff in it. You know, it's not super bright, but I mean, if it's been charged at all or seen light at all after 6 hours or so of sleep in the dark, you can wake up and still find these things. You know, lights, double click to turn on, and then you single press to change the brightness levels and everything. And I don't know, this is more rounded. This one I think would be if you need the capabilities, or you think the angry cricket, you know, sound would help you out. Yeah, if they would have just kept the same form factor, I don't know how they would have got the laser, I mean the UV in there with it separately, and would have changed this to a bubble, but basically the magnet's bigger also. I mean, it adheres a little bit better. I put these lanyards on there. They don't come with them, but they come in handy with these type of lights because they're hard to find. So anyways, yeah, there's a little update, a little flashlight update and everything. It comes in a little box like this, model V10, 1000 lumens. See, it has a 1000 milliamp battery capacity in there. And I'll put up the manual and everything, because I didn't get one with this one. It's supposed to come with a manual. It came with you know, a little key ring thing and a power cord, USB-C, A to C. So yeah, these aren't too bad, but you know, for like a little keychain light and everything, this is more compact and I think does everything a little bit better. It's more rounded. This is more boxy, you know, kind of feeling and everything. They tried to round it out a little bit, but you can see it's quite a bit, you know, bigger, considering this is going to be on your keychain. But it does have a lot of power. I mean, when I shined this at the wall at night and compared it to a 21700 type flashlight, you know, a bigger body and more output and everything else, and this will keep up with them until you get up to the higher settings. But I mean, it produced the same type of pattern. It doesn't, you know, throw a super long ways, but with those TIRs, it can project that. So I think they're a decent flashlight, and it would be up to you which one. Like I said, the run times are longer on this one compared to this guy, but this guy is more compact and pretty handy. So they've got one more that I'm going to look at eventually, and it's just like a single little one. And I think all these kind of remind me of Ravion type of flashlights. They look a lot like those. I don't know if they're knockoffs of them or whatever else. So anyways, there you go. There's a heads up with a little flashlight review to go with it. And thank you for watching, man. Have a nice day.